Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, come back with me. Today I will talk about the history of the Israel-Palestine conflict, which has been ongoing for over a century and still hasn't found a resolution. This conflict has deep historical roots, but its history is often debated. So, how did the Palestine-Israel conflict begin? Let's discuss it together. Okay, here I need your perspective how the Palestine and Israel began. Okay, one perspective suggests that the conflict started with the Zionist movement in Europe in the late 19th century. This movement arose due to increasing anti-Semitism in Europe, where Jews or Yahudi faced discrimination and were expelled from their land. In response, the Zionist movement proposed the idea of establishing a Jewish homeland in Palestine, their ancestral land. In 1917, the British government issued the Balfour Declaration officially supporting the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine. Since then, hundreds of thousands of Jews started migrating to Palestine, which was then under Ottoman rule. According to this view, the conflict began with the massive Jewish migration threatening the existence of the native Palestinian population, mostly Arabs. Palestinians resisted against the British and this Jewish migration. And another argument suggests that the conflict's roots go farther back than the Zionist movement. Throughout history, the strategic location of Palestine led to disputes among various powers. Wars between nations and religions were common in the region. According to this perspective, the arrival of Zionists represents a new chapter in an old Palestinian conflicts. However, the Zionist presence supported by Western countries changed the power balance in the region, leading to resistance from the native Palestinian population. The long history of Palestine before the 20th century supports the second view. Yet, the first perspective emphasizes that the conflict scale drastically increased in the modern era with the mobilization of the Zionist movement and massive Western supports. Now, what's my take on it? How do I see the history of the Palestine-Israel conflict? Okay, in my opinion, I agree with the first perspective. Palestine-Israel conflict began when Israel came or immigrated to Palestine in search of a homeland they believed was their ancestral land. Initially, Palestine welcomed Israel and provided them with a place to live. However, as Israel settled in Palestine and gained support from the British government to establish a homeland, they developed a desire to take over Palestine and create their own state, Israel. This led to conflicts with Zionists or Israel launching attacks on Palestine, and in response, Palestinians attacked Zionists to reclaim their land, and massive migration by Zionists further threatened the existence of the Palestinian people. Since then, the conflict between Palestine and Israel has claimed many lives for over 100 years, starting on 2 November 1917. Wow, their conflict has been going on for a very long time. And as we know, in 20 and 23, it became the worst genocide committed by Zionists. Israel brutally attacked Palestine, resulting in thousands of Palestinian casualties, including many infants and children. Tens of thousands of homes, schools, and office buildings were destroyed. They continue to mercilessly attack Palestine. Now, it's not just a religious issue, but a matter of humanity. Israel action needs to be condemned and stopped. Today, let's reflect on the fate of our brothers and sisters in Palestine who have long endured the pressure of this prolonged conflict with Israel. The conflict, which has lasted for over a century, has a deep and debated historical background. Regardless of its historical roots, today we witness the suffering of the Palestinian people due to the prolonged conflict and Israel occupation. The humanitarian situation in Palestine is truly distressing. Palestinians live in poverty, unemployment, and immense psychological pressure. They are restricted by Israel occupation, limiting their freedom of movement and opportunities for livelihood. Access to healthcare, education, and other basic needs is severely limited. It requires the cooperation of all parties to help alleviate the suffering of the Palestinian people. We cannot stand idly by while our brothers and sisters there suffer. Let us pray and offer our best support to Palestine. With the spirit of human brotherhood, I believe that one day this conflict will end and the Palestinian people will enjoy a better, peaceful, prosperous, and hopeful life. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Hopefully, we can all contribute to solution to this conflict. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye. See you guys.